Hey guys, welcome back to the No1 Special Hear Me Out podcast YouTube channel. Hey guys, welcome back to the No1 Special Hear Me Out podcast YouTube channel. I am your host, Zach, and I am going to start off today by releasing a few episodes each week, probably anywhere from 2 to 4. Basically, whenever I can get around work, and that's about it. Here we go. Jumping into everything, we're going to start off by talking about the NFL. Antonio Brown has made it back somehow to the headlines, and I have no idea how. He released an apology to Robert Kraft, and quite a few of the Patriots players have decided to like it, and I just don't know. So now everyone's freaking out, thinking that he's gonna be back on the Patriots and that he is gonna play. He still has to be cleared, even if any team does want to sign him. I honestly just don't know how I feel about it. He's an amazing football player, but God, is he a toxic person. He brings a lot of negativity to just about any team. I mean, any team that he's been on, honestly. I guess we'll have to see how he works the whole rape allegations. Kind of just put him in a bad light for me, honestly. That's something I just can't get behind. And I'm not saying he did it. I'm not saying he didn't do it, but it kind of brings out the worst that I see in people. Colin Kaepernick had his workout, and that's another thing that everyone just keeps talking about. Stephen A. Smith came out and said that it was a publicity stunt. He had no plans on trying to actually sign with any team, but that he just did it to further his cause, which, I mean, even if that is true, all power to him. I mean, it's not gonna be handed to you, so he's got to do stuff to make it relevant and bring it back to the light, basically. Terrell Owens came out, and I believe today or yesterday, and basically just called Stephen A. Smith out and kind of honestly just verbally destroyed him. And Terrell Owens has always been one of my favorite players in the NFL. But that also goes back to the AB thing. He's kind of a toxic player. So he had his stints, where he was definitely a little bit too hard, too much to handle. Myles Garrett had his appeal today. He showed up wearing a black turtleneck and a suit that was the same color as this hat, and he looks good. He tried to come out and say that Mason Rudolph said some racial slurs to him, and that's why he got so mad. I don't know if I believe it, honestly, just because a lot of Mason Rudolph's teams of different, ethnicities have come out and said that they don't think that he said it just because of how, he is with them and how he is in the locker room and everything. I don't really see it from him personally, but, I also wasn't in that scuffle. I wasn't right there. He could have just said it in the heat of the moment, not even meant it. Or, I mean, if he said it, even if you don't mean it, that's god awful. And if he did say it, then he honestly kind of deserved to get hit in the head, if you ask me. But like I said, I wasn't in there, but he did have his appeal today. That's what he basically tried to defend himself with, is that Mason Rudolph said some racial slurs, and that's why he did it. He lost his cool. He apologized. It was upheld, though. So yeah, he is, so far right now, he is suspended indefinitely, and I guess we'll have to see where that comes. Moving on to NCAA basketball, I don't really have a lot to talk about today. Florida was actually playing, and they were blowing out their opponents. And again, another, person, I guess, just losing their cool. There was a rebound, and Kerry Blackshear Jr. tried to grab it, and another player had it on, had his hands on the ball, and Kerry Blackshear literally just elbowed him on purpose and got a flagrant 2 out of it and ejected out of the game immediately. So, yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know what we're putting in the water, but people are getting very unsettling and trying to basically just fight everyone. I kind of like it, kind of don't like it. I mostly like it, honestly. But, yeah, that's about all I have for NCAA basketball. We're, about a week or two into it. No major changes. A few small upsets here and there with, like, Evansville and, Kentucky and stuff like that. But nothing too much. NCAA football, the rankings are LSU, OSU, Clemson, and Georgia. I don't know if I see any of those actually moving. Ohio State's going to have a pretty tough rest of the season. I know they have Penn State this week and then Michigan next week, if I'm not mistaken. So that one's going to be pretty hard. LSU and Clemson are, in my opinion, for sure, and LSU's looking unstoppable right now. I know everyone had their, the Miami Dolphins fans had their hashtag tank for Tua. You need to tank for Joe Burrow, because that man's unstoppable. That whole team is unstoppable right now. And then, like I said, Ohio State, if they can win out, that'll for sure get them in. The other team, I guess, I'm not 100% sure who I think is going to be in it. Georgia. Oh. The other two teams, I'm not 100% sure who's really going to be in it. Clemson, they just have such a tough schedule, or a non-tough schedule. Their schedule is cupcake, honestly. They're not playing anybody, and that's hard for me to say as a Louisville fan, because I want, obviously, Louisville to be in the top 5 in playoff competition or conversations, but they're not. Like, no one in the ACC really is, except for Clemson. And yeah, they're playing amazing, ball, but at the same time, if you're playing amazing ball and you're not playing anybody, like, you can't really say you're the best. I can go to a playground right now and, say I'm dominating, but if I'm playing against 6-year-olds, that's probably why. but yeah, so LSU, Ohio State, and Clemson, I feel like are for sure are going to be in there. Even though I think Clemson's just going to get there because they're the defending champions, honestly. And as long as they go undefeated. Georgia, I don't really know who's going to get that 4th spot. We'll see, I guess. We'll see what this weekend has in hold for. Honestly, anybody can take that 4th spot. Moving on to NBA, Luka drops 35 points and a triple-double in 25 minutes. Man's ridiculous. I don't know how he's playing so well. He's freaking ridiculous. They destroyed Golden State 142-94. Yeah, it's not looking good for Golden State. They're not making the playoffs. That's just ridiculous. We got our first taste of Paul George and Kawhi Leonard last night, and of course it had to be against my Celtics. Overtime thriller. This game was absolutely amazing. Kawhi and Paul George honestly kind of looked really sloppy. They'll get it together, and they'll be an amazing team, just like everyone thought they were going to be. Overtime victory went to the Clippers, 107-104. But God, from the start of that game to the end was just ridiculous. And this is gonna be a really fun time to watch Paul George and Kawhi, start getting it together and basically just start destroying people, because I feel like that's what's gonna happen. I kind of wish like the NBA like finals was like the NCAA bracket, where you can be put in different areas, because if somehow the Clippers and the Lakers made it all the way, to the championship and played each other, it would just be freaking ridiculous. I don't even know exactly how you would. I don't even know how you would pick a team in that fight. Sorry, I just talking about that just honestly made me speechless. I don't even know what to say because that would just be ridiculous. As it sits right now, I feel like it's probably going to be the Lakers, and I want to say the Celtics. They're on fire right now, which they're on. I believe they're tied with the Bucks right now, but dude, they're looking a lot better than I thought they were. Speaking of Boston and toxic players, Kyrie Irving apparently is not happy in Brooklyn. Not sure if that's 100%, but there's been some speculation and rumors going around right now that he is not happy and that he does not want to be there. Shocker. I don't even know what to say, because we saw the same thing last year. And then here, probably in a month or so, he's gonna be like, "No, I'm happy. I'm gonna stay," and then he'll be somewhere else as soon as he can. It happened with Boston. He wanted to be the man, and leave the Cavaliers and went to the Celtics. He was the man, and basically he just dipped. But yeah, so that's going to be it for all the sports. Like I said, not a lot really going on, but this is going to be the start of me transitioning into doing, like I said, anywhere 2 to 4 times a week. I'll try to get it on a regular schedule. Can't promise anything. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun making these. I think they're a blast, going from doing the podcast a few episodes and then doing, starting to do YouTube and do the videos and everything is just a lot of fun. And, I'm trying to make it better for you guys and, do better myself. And I greatly appreciate you guys just coming along for the ride. And we'll do what we always do. The last segment's always going to be some bets. Last episode, I went 2 of 2, which, is 50%, but still not that good. Although last week I did hit a 12-team parlay, all NFL teams. I think I had $1.77 or something like that, and won me $390 or something like that. Ridiculous. Of course, I'm going to try to do it again. Already got some 10 to 12 team parlays out there. But for tonight, I'm going to go with the Colts money line. Colts they play amazing whenever, Jacoby Brissett is, under center. Both teams are 6-4. I think last week we realized how to stop Deshaun Watson. The Colts have a really healthy defense right now, and the Texans don't. So I feel like Jacoby Brissett's just going to end up running all over that Houston defense. I try to think of a winner for the Phoenix Suns and New Orleans Pelicans game. I kind of feel like it's a trap game. I don't know why. I just feel like so many people are going to go with Phoenix, and for some reason I feel like New Orleans is going to take this. So just because I said that, I'm going to go New Orleans. We'll do New Orleans. Let's go with that. Let's go with the Pelicans. I'd probably do the Pelicans spread. I can't really remember exactly what the spread is, but let me find it out real quick. The spread is 4. I'd probably I would take New Orleans at 4. And yeah, just because a lot of money is going to be on Phoenix, and the Suns are playing really well right now, but I feel like New Orleans is, kind of finding their rhythm and starting to play really good ball. Even though they don't have Zion, I think LaMelo Ball is still out, but I just feel like New Orleans at +4 is a good pick. I also have Duke against Cal. Cal's a good team. They're 4-0 right now, but Duke is always just amazing. They're gonna be amazing this year, as always. I have them winning by 19. I can see this game probably being by like 25, 26 points. But yeah. And then last but not least, a sport we didn't talk about today, but I got the Boston Bruins money line. Obviously, I'm a really big Boston fan, and I just feel like they're going to beat Buffalo. They're 13-3 right now, and Buffalo is 10-8. And I don't know, but Boston's just playing really good hockey right now. And obviously my little bit of favoritism is going on there. So those are the 4 picks. We'll see what we can do. Hopefully I go better than 2-2. Obviously 3-1 or 4-0 would be an amazing time. But yeah, those are my picks, and I greatly appreciate you sticking around to the end of the video. Thank you so much. Again, this is a pleasure to be in front of you. This is really, really fun, and it's only going to get better from here. The sky's the limit. So thank you again. Peace out.